Hey everybody, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my usual gear related videos, and this one's just going to be me talking, no editing. I feel like that's kind of in short supply in this niche, just kind of honest conversation without much production value. As you can see, I'm in my barn with probably breaking all of the background rules right now, but yeah, anyway, we're just going to be talking about this milestone that I've reached with this channel, while also, talking about where this channel is going, some of my advice for people who are starting a channel, and then also kind of where my filmmaking business is at, just sharing my thoughts, and obviously we'll talk about gear throughout this. But yeah, I got an email this morning. I was originally going to do a video on Panasonic and how they can win despite having competitors like Sony who are doing technically better than they are. That'll be a video for probably another month or so, but I get this email from TubeBuddy that says, congratulations, you've reached 1 million views, which is, that's not, part of me is like, that's awesome, that's a huge number, and then the other part of me is like, yeah, but everybody else has 1 million views, like whatever. But I don't want to say that as a way to brag or like make a big deal out of it, even though I'm making a video about it, so take with that what you will. But I really wanted to talk about, what I've done to get to this 1 million views, what I haven't done, kind of my philosophy behind creating, because I do have a philosophy, even though I don't get to spend as much time on this channel as I would like. I do have a specific way that I like to make videos, and obviously I'm by no means as successful as many others on the platform, but I think there are some things that I'm really proud of, how the channel has grown to 6,000 something subscribers, and like I said, like reaching 1 million views, but ultimately, like, what excites me the most is the fact that so many of you have commented and asked for help and gotten feedback from me, and phone call. These scam callers have been calling me all the time. Whenever you post your business on Google listings, expect buckets of phone calls and doing lots of blocking. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, there's a lot that I'm proud of about those 1 million views, and the biggest thing I think I'm proud of is that it's spread over like 40 or 50 videos. So, and I'll tell you why that's important to me in a second. I'm not a big fan of virality, just because, I don't know, like I see somebody get like 120,000 views and then like their next video is like 1,000, and it's like, it's not good or bad. It's just a matter of like, is what you're making sustainable? Is what you're making consistently sustainable? And that's kind of been one of my philosophies, but I'll talk about that in a second. But just, I did a little rundown this morning of how many videos are in the specific view mark. So 25 of my videos have 10,000 or more views. 17 of those have over 20,000 views. 9 of them have over 30,000 views, and then 5 are in the 40,000 views. And again, I don't want to say that as like, yay, look at me, because actually those numbers aren't really super impressive, because there are so many people with so many more and have made like way better videos on similar topics. But just to say that of those, what 25 of those videos that make up, probably that's the lion's share of them, maybe like 750,000 of those views, like that's really, it tells me that what I'm making is consistently helping and resonating with people. And to me, that's more important than any other aspect of making videos for YouTube, at least in this videography gear niche that I'm in. Because I guess I want to get into a little bit of like how I made those and like my philosophy behind them. But I think really that's the beginning of it. The beginning of it is the philosophy of making them without virality in mind and making them with being helpful as the primary motivator. Obviously, you want to make, decent thumbnails and that kind of thing, but my focus in all these videos is like, is this video helpful? Is this something that I would consider watching? And so when I started my channel, there were, and I'm reading off notes. When I started my channel, I watched, like, Peter McKinnon inspired me to do this, as he's inspired so many. And, his content's great and all that, but there's a lot of content that I have seen that can be really discouraging to people like me, introverts, who have to, it seems like, here's the template for being successful on YouTube and successful on Instagram and make $2,000 this weekend with video. And it's like, I'm not sure the templates are helpful. I mean, I think the principles behind the templates are helpful, but what you're promoting is, if you do this, then this will be the result. And I guess I'm just not really about that kind of video making, or even like telling people that that's how you become successful. Just because there's so many success dude bro, even like videography YouTube channels out there, that I just don't want to be one of those. I want to be, methodical and thoughtful and helpful and not sensational and all those kind of things. Because I do think sensationalism brings views. Telling people there's a template and that there's a do ABC and you will get XYZ. I think those things do well because it's easier than actually doing the things themselves in the real world. Anyways, I'm kind of tangenting off of this, but all that to say, I think this milestone for my channel is not because I've tried to find a template and follow it. It's more so because I've been following just general principles that apply, pretty much universally to all areas of life and business and all that kind of stuff. So one of those principles, like I said, is being helpful. Be helpful. Is this video adding something helpful to somebody's life? Is it bringing value? Is like my G85 settings video, it's like, is this helping? I already have an audience that's interested in G85s. Is this video helpful to them? Yes. How can I make, this updated 2 years later G85 settings video even more helpful than the last one, rather than just updating it for the sake of updating it for the views? How can I actually learn from all those previous comments that people made on that video, add it to this video, and then keep adding and deepening that relationship with these G85 shooters? And that's been my goal, because I would rather spend time answering, rather is not exactly how I'd put it. I'd rather be making videos and posting them, but what probably helps people more than even posting these videos is commenting and helping them with their particular problem. So, which is why I tried to do my best to comment on every video, which goes in that principle of being helpful, which I think that has served me really well across those 25-ish videos that have done decently well. Another one is another principle is, would I watch this? So if I'm, and I've made videos that I actually would not watch. So I'm not immune from this. I've even gone into that kind of ethos of making videos that I think would resonate and be more, more interested in this being an interesting, popular topic than something that I actually care about, or a popular piece of gear that I don't care about, and I'm being sent it for free, so might as well review it. And I've made those videos, and I don't want to do that anymore. Not to say that I won't, but I don't. But again, this is a different video than the usual. So you're getting the real me. So would I watch this? Would I watch this video? So is this video helpful? And then would I watch it? So, I mean, does need a whole lot more elaboration than would I watch this. And the third thing is, it kind of sounds like this video is turning into 3 ways to make 1 million views on your YouTube channel. Again, not what I'm going for, but these are principles. These won't guarantee you anything. They're just principles, and I think they're good. And the last one is, I didn't come up with this myself, is waste no time. This actually came from a writing class. It was like a free accredited writing class on Coursera that I took. And it's called, I think it's like Business Writing 101, something like that. Look it up. It's well worth the time that it takes, even if you don't do it for the accreditation. But I think that actually has helped me with my YouTube videos and just my general, like how I write emails and all that kind of stuff in a lot of ways, because what applies to good writing applies to good videos. Like, don't waste anybody's time. Get to the freaking point, and don't be like, oh, sipping my coffee, gonna make my coffee. Here's my espresso machine. It's so cool. Did you know my camera has bokeh? Like, I can go to 1.8 with my coffee machine, which is seems like, that's a dime a dozen nowadays. So why don't you just get to the point? Which you might be thinking while watching this video, but I don't really care. So it is, waste no time. Don't waste people's time. Get to the point. If they say save the best stuff for the end of your video, and there's so many conflicting opinions on this. If I'm watching a video, it's almost like, if you say I'm saving the best parts for the end of the video, what you're saying on the flip side is I want my viewers to watch less helpful things first, so they get through the things that they don't want as much to get to the thing that they actually want, which to me has you in mind as the maker of the video and not your viewer in mind. So don't waste their time. Get to the point. And I think especially as the platform that we're on, YouTube, is being saturated with people who have fantastic cameras left and right and great video skills, and you can make a really high quality video, a cinematic reel on YouTube, and like the cost of entry to that is just a little bit of knowledge and some practice. So what's going to set you apart? I don't really think it's going to be cinematic footage anymore. I don't think that's going to set you apart at all. I think it's the fact that you are helpful, that you find the video interesting, you're engaged with it yourself, and you don't waste anybody's time. So again, I could be totally wrong, but that's just kind of how I'm seeing things. Whew, okay. I could talk about that for a long time. Anyways, what is next for me on this channel? Definitely more, videography related gear stuff. So I've got to send back the S5 II in another 2-3 weeks, because it's not mine and I don't have the money to buy one, because I make these YouTube videos and they don't pay for this kind of thing. So I'll probably get more Panasonic gear in the future, because I was invited to join their insiders club thing. So I do get access to some exclusive gear and information, which is really, really fun, and a huge honor for someone who has such a small channel as me. So I'm deeply, deeply grateful for that opportunity. But I'll be sending back this S5 II. So I'll probably make 1 or 2 more videos about it, maybe some samples of autofocus versus the S5, which I think would be helpful. But yeah, so more regular S5 content is coming down the pipeline. More videos like this, just thoughts, maybe a little more intentional about them, not just me rambling for 14 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever it is. But yeah, some more like camera videos, and then my thoughts videos, camera videos, thoughts videos, blah, blah, blah. Another thing that's coming down the pipeline is, I don't want to make any promises, but a Panasonic G85 course, which I'm going to work on. I think I think it's necessary at this point because I'm moving more into S5 territory, S5 II, and probably newer cameras. I think it's probably going to, again, it's like I could do a course, which everybody and their filmmaking brother does nowadays. Again, like I would make the course jam-packed with the best info and all that kind of stuff. And something that, again, would I buy this course if I had a G85 and I was just starting out? Those are the questions I'm going to be asking myself going into it. But when I create this course, to me, it makes more sense to go through those G85 questions and tackle them within the course, maybe in mini sections, like 1.5 minute long, than it does to just keep making content that I'm not as excited about. Like making a course, making a product that is excellent and that is really helpful to people. And if I'm completely honest, it's a way that I can compensate myself for the time that I've spent helping all of you guys, because, YouTube's free, but, my time is worth something. And I think getting some sort of, kickback for the help that I'm providing for people, if they find it helpful, is not a bad thing at all. So be on the lookout for that G85 course. And then maybe I'll come up with a S5 one as well. And I want to also integrate into those a business aspect of it too, because I've made I don't know how many, just with like freelance video. I think, again, I'm not even full time in it at this point, but like just with freelance video, like tens of thousands of dollars ish. I don't know. Don't tell the government about that. But I think it would be helpful to add to those videos that, or I think it would be helpful to add to the course that a business aspect of it. Like, how can you use your G85 to shoot professional video? How can you use it? How can you use your own social skills to, get a client, pay back the course 5x once you buy it? So like, I just want to make the course worth it. And I think those topics are really fun for me to cover. So more S5 stuff, more video stuff, G85 course. And then I'm going to be moving my business into wedding filmmaking. I started it like many years ago in weddings, and I kind of moved out of it as my life kind of shifted and changed. But now at this stage in my life, it just makes a lot more sense for me to go for wedding filmmaking than it does, corporate kind of stuff. So I'm still doing some freelance stuff for some of my clients that I really love. And I'm also editing a podcast, which has been a humongous opportunity, while also like something that I really love. And it's in a niche that I really resonate with. So doing those things and weddings is going to be a really good fit for, this stage in my life, because there's just a lot of personal things going on that are difficult, but would really be served well by pursuing a career in that field. Plus, I like weddings. Like, they're a lot of fun, a lot of stress, but they're a lot of fun, and great market for them around here in the Charlottesville, Virginia area. So all that to say, if you made it this far, God bless you, because would I watch this video? I think so. I think I'd like to hear from one of my YouTubers, like just unsolicited thoughts, and go from there. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys sometime soon.